This is Hulda Buntain. My husband and myself were the founders of the Mercy Hospital here in Calcutta. It was a great day when the hospital was dedicated to help so many poor and sick and suffering. When the hospital was built, the kitchen for the hospital was put into the basement of the hospital. And it was a very modern kitchen, and it ran for many, many years that way. But unfortunately, in one of the hospitals in Calcutta, there was a fire, and 100 patients lost their lives. The fire department then made the rules much more stringent. All hospitals were checked. In fact, they were closed for taking in new patients until their inspection took place. And one of the rules that was passed by the fire department was that we could not have a kitchen in the basement of our hospital, due to the fact that the fire in the other hospitals started in the basement. We only had 48 hours to dismantle the basement, the pantry, and the large facilities that we had in the basement of the hospital. And it was a crucial time for us. But fortunately, we have a nursing school that has a kitchen, but it is some distance from the hospital. Today, we are going to the nursing school to see that kitchen. The food for the patients is cooked in that kitchen every day and brought by transport to our hospital, which is most inconvenient. And that is why we need a new kitchen in our hospital. I am so grateful to Reverend Daniel Mueller and the wonderful German people who raised money for our operating theater. I think I am more grateful now because when I was here in July, I broke my little finger. And I had a chance of being in that operating room to have my finger set. And I looked around and saw the modern equipment that we have now in our operating theater, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am for all the help, also for the beds, for the charity wards, and for all the German people have done for our hospital in past years. But now we must appeal to you one more time. We need a kitchen so badly. It is not possible to continue to bring the food daily from such a distance as the nursing school on trucks into our hospital, and then the food has to be warmed before giving to the patients. And so today we are going out to the nursing school, and I will show you our facilities out there. We have a large nursing school. At present we have 86 students. And the Nursing Council have asked us to take 50 more students so that the feeding of the nurses will be greater. And so it's not going to be possible for us to continue to cook for the hospital. So we are going now, and we're driving there. And once we get there, we will show you the kitchen and the facilities that we have, and also the loading of the trucks and how we have to now feed the patients after we have had to dismantle all of our wonderful facilities for the kitchen in the hospital. The nursing school, and unfortunately, it is not that many miles or kilometers to the nursing school, but the traffic is absolutely terrible. It is almost bumper to bumper. So that is why moving the food from the nursing school to the hospital takes such a long time, especially at certain times during the day. The traffic is more severe than others, and it is absolutely inconvenient in every respect for us to bring the food daily to the hospital. And that is why we are doing this video today, to show you just how long it takes for us to go to the nursing school and how long it takes for the trucks to take the food to the hospital. We have just arrived at the nursing school. You will see by the traffic that we had to come through, it has taken some time for us to get here. And now we will proceed upstairs to the kitchen and show you the constraints that we have to go through in cooking the food here and putting it into these large, what we call dekshis, and you call pots and pans, and take to the hospital. So we now are proceeding up to the kitchen. You will see by the amount of stairs that we are climbing that it is in the first floor is quite far above the ground floor, and all these, the food has to be carried down these steps. We are now in the kitchen of the nursing school, and you will see that there's preparation being made right now for the food, not only for the nursing students, but for the hospital patients. Here is the kitchen where all the food is cooked. You will see these large facilities here where the food is carried in these different types of food is carried onto the vehicle that will be coming out here to take the food to the hospital. I cannot tell you how much we need a kitchen, because this kitchen is providing food for all the patients in the hospital, plus the nursing school students. And as I mentioned earlier, 50 more students will be coming to join the nursing school, and so it is a large task for these cooks to cook all of the different types of food, because in the hospital, as you know, that some patients can't take certain type of food, diabetics can take certain types of food. So all of this has to be sorted out and done carefully in this kitchen that is just behind me. I am standing next to what they call here a tiffin carrier, or tiffin stands in Hindi for food. And this is one of the carriers that takes the food. Beside, we have very large pots that you're going to see in a few minutes when the vehicle is loaded with the hospital food. And it is a lot of work to carry all of this down these steep stairs and put it in the vehicle. So you will understand how much we need a kitchen and would appreciate every donation that can be given for our hospital kitchen, because every day we're admitting so many of the poor and suffering in our hospital, undernourished, and they have to have good food before they're even treated for surgeries or whatever illness that they may have. God has helped us tremendously to help the thousands and thousands of poor and suffering of Calcutta. I think Calcutta now, this population seems to be more than ever. Although technology has improved India, there is always the poor, the feeding lines are longer, the suffering lines are longer also in our outpatients department. So thank you so much for helping us at this crucial time. And now the food has already been taken by these wonderful men down from the kitchen upstairs, and it is ready now to be placed into our Mercy van, Mercy Hospital van, to be taken to the hospital, where it will be sorted out according to what is in these receptacles here and given to the patients. Now, you know the many steps that have to be taken every single day. This is just the lunch. It is repeated again for the dinner. And I tell you, I can't in words mention how much we need a kitchen. A kitchen in the hospital where the food is prepared. Now, these men will load these vessels, or whatever you call them, and put them in the Mercy van. Now you will see them loading the Mercy Hospital van with all the food that will be taken to the hospital. It has been cooked in the kitchen where you saw upstairs, and now it is being loaded into the van. We have now reached the hospital, and the van has pulled up behind the hospital, and the food is now being unloaded into a kitchen here, a small kitchen here, where it will be sorted out as to what the different food is and given to the patients. You'll see that we were a long time in coming from the nursing school here, but now all of the food that we loaded at the nursing school is now here, and it will be given to the patients. Again, I say thank you so much for your help, your assistance, but we do need a kitchen in our hospital. The plans are already drawn out. The place is already designated. All we need is financial help now to build the hospital. Thank you, and God bless you.